Shabbat Shalom, everyone. It is so wonderful to be with all of you on this bright, gorgeous day as we get into our evening and welcome in Shabbat. This week, we got to celebrate a very, very minor holiday in the Jewish calendar, the Jewish Valentine's Day, Tu B'Av, or the 15th of Av. And so we've got a lot of love in the air with a baby naming and a bar mitzvah. And we are just looking forward to sharing the joy and love on this Shabbat with you. We begin with Yedid Nefesh.
So Yedid Nefesh, as you see in the translation below, heart's delight. Elijah, you can join in. Everybody can join in. Yedid nefesh av rachaman, Yedid nefesh av rachaman, Meshochav el retzonecha, Meshochav Yalalai el retzonecha. Yarutz avdecha kemo ayal, Yishtachav lai el mul hadarecha. Yedid nefesh av rachaman, Yedid nefesh av rachaman, Meshochav el retzonecha, Meshochav yalalai el retzonecha. At the bottom, Yerav lo yedidutecha, minofet sufyai lai vechotam. Yerav lo yedidotecha, minofet sufyai lai vechol ta'am. We ask for the Hammer family to lead us in candle lighting in honor of Phineas Hammer's Bar Mitzvah Day. Amen. And Phineas, got your Kiddush cup? Take it away. And if you would be interested in doing so, you may rise for Kiddush along with Phineas. Amen. Have a sip. And we have the special privilege of all being witness to the naming of this beautiful baby girl, right? So this Shabbat, not only do we welcome the Shabbat bride, but also a Shabbat baby. We can say, Brucha haba'ah b'shem Adonai, may she who comes be blessed. And it is with overwhelming gratitude that Nicole Brines and Sam Hoffman are welcoming us all as their special guests and along with their special guests to share in the Simchat Bat, literally the joy of a daughter, and the baby naming of Ruth Linden Hoffman, who became a blessing to her family and to all of the world on July 16th. As with all joyful Jewish occasions, we begin with wine or juice and a blessing. We've got Elijah there ready to help lead us.
Elijah, you ready?
And this blessing speaks of creation and the one who created all that we have to celebrate. So Elijah, you can lead your family in this blessing before you take a sip.
Okay. Okay. Oops. Can you say Baruch atah Adonai
Eloheinu
ha'olam borei pariah. Amen.
Good
Beautiful.
job.
Good job.
And
All
you
right,
can
do you
share
want to
that.
drink
So-
a little teeny sip?
Little sip.
Teeny sip.
And Elijah, I can tell you that some
Teeny
of
sip.
that,
Teeny sip.
that you can save some for everybody to share and add some perhaps to.
And say some for everyone else. Yes. Oh, do you want to give a little drop to baby Ruth?
You're going to dip your finger and give
Yeah.
it to
A
Ruth.
little bit.
You're going to dip
Here we
your finger
go.
and give to Ruth.
All right.
Okay.
Or just have some more.
Okay. So Sam and Nicole have chosen to welcome their new baby with an ancient practice of welcome and caregiving, which is washing the feet. I'll let you take it away.
Okay. All right. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam zocher haberit v'achizat raglayim. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who is mindful of the covenant
through the washing of the feet.
As your father and I stood under the shelter of this talit to be joined together, husband and wife, so do we now encircle you with it as you enter the circle of our family. As we wrap you in this talit, so may your life be wrapped in justice and righteousness.
Yes.
As we embrace you today, so may you embrace your tradition and your people.
Marguerite, could you speak a little louder, please?
Everyday miracles of life.
Oh,
Okay. Bill, Camper Bill, you're up.
Ruth, as you startle to the world around you, so may you remain ever open, both to the happiness and to the pain of those you encounter in the world.
Elaine,
Elaine.
your turn.
As you cry for food and comfort now, so may you one day cry out to correct the injustices of the world, to help clothe the naked, to feed and feed the hungry.
As your hand tightly grasps your mother's finger, so may you grasp hold of learning and grow in knowledge and wisdom.
Beautiful. Thank you all. So now it's customary to say a Misha Berach, a blessing for the family. Misha Berach Avoteinu Avraham Yitzchak v'Yaakov Sarah Rivka Rachav Aleha ויברך את האישה היולדת שרה בר אברהם ושרה, ואת בעלה שמואל יבל בן משה ופנינה, ואת בתם הנולדה להם במזל טוב. וקרא שמה בישראל רות פנינה, בת שמואל ושרה. וכן יהי רצון שיזכו הוריה לגדלה לתורה לחיים של אהבה ולמעשים טובים ונאמר amen. And all that means, may God who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, also bless Nicole and Sam and their daughter, Ruth Linden Hoffman, who was born here in Pittsburgh on July 16th, which corresponds to the 24th day of Tammuz 5780. Her name among the people Israel will be Ruth Penina Bat Shmuel Vasara. May her parents be privileged to watch her grow happily and with timely blessings in good health, peace, and tranquility, and to raise her to adulthood. May she enjoy and take pride in the blessings and teachings of our people. May she enjoy a life of loving relationships and of ma'asim tovim, of good actions. And let us all say, Amen. Sam?
Yes. So Ruth is named after several family members who really stood out for their love of learning, which we want for her. And Linden is to bring her a connection to nature after her grandmother's favorite tree, and to remind us of Laura as well, who was her grandmother, great-grandmother.
Wow, that's beautiful. So, Ruth Penina Bat Shmuel Vasara. Hayi asher tihiyi, v'hayi berucha b'asher tihiyi. Be all who you are, and may you be blessed in all that you are. This beautiful passage, this beautiful poem, to be read by family and friends, was written by Rabbi Sandy Eisenberg Sasso.
Oh,
I'm going to read now.
Okay. I wish you to be a person of character, strong but not tough, gentle but not weak.
Righteous, but not self-righteous, honest, but not unforgiving.
Wherever you journey, may your steps be firm, and may you walk in just paths and not be afraid.
Ann and Andy?
Shall I
Oh, yeah, I think we.
shall I go on? Shall I continue? Okay.
Wait, Ann and Andy, could you try that one more time before Josh? Okay. All right, so Ann and Andy were, I think, saying where they are. Whenever you speak, may your words be words of wisdom and friendship. Josh.
May your hands build and your heart preserve what is good and beautiful in our world.
May the voices of the generations of our people move through you, and may the God of our ancestors be your God as well.
May you know that there is a people, a rich heritage to which you belong, and from that sacred place, you are connected to all who dwell on the earth.
May the stories and teachings of our people be on your heart, and the grace of their rhythm dance in your soul.
Thank you all. Finally, I'll say Ashahachayanu. It's a thank you for thank you to God for this special time in our lives and this special joy. So Nicole and Sam, you can lead us.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shechechianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Praiseworthy are you, Lord our God, sovereign of the universe, for giving us life, for sustaining us, and for enabling us to reach this time.
Beautiful. Okay, so thank you. So while you've got your family all there, and I hope you feel that you are surrounded by love and caring and blessings, and that is the home that you also created for your children, and we want our community to, we hope you feel that extension from our community. And our community next is also open to join in this final blessing as we begin to transition back to our service. These next blessings are the blessings for children. So this is a really special way to mark this blessing on an Erev Shabbat. So we ask everyone, if it's possible, to put your hands in prayer on the heads of your children. And we will join Nicole and Sam in the blessing for children from our for children from our Torah. For the boys, it's traditional to say Yisimcha Elohim ke'Ephraim v'chi Menashe. And for the girls, Yisimech Elohim ke'Sara Rivka Rachel v'Leah. And for all of us and everyone that we love, Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka, Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. Everyone, shalom. Shalom, shalom, yasem lecha shalom, shalom v'yasem lecha shalom. Shalom, shalom, yasem lecha shalom, shalom, v'yasem lecha shalom. May God bless you and protect you. May God deal kindly and graciously with you. May God bestow favor upon you and grant you shalom, completeness, wholeness, tranquility, and of course, peace. Amen. We continue with our service.
Dodi Lee comes from Song of Songs. And Song of Songs is a love poem between one lover and another. It symbolizes on Shabbat, the Sabbath bride coming in. When I was in Morocco, we went to Shabbat services, and it was an amazing Sephardic service. And as part of the service, different members of the congregation each took turns chanting a chapter from the Song of Songs. In this way, we welcome Shabbat.
And as we welcome the Shabbat bride with all that love and all that hope and all that potential for the week, for Shabbat in the week to come. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. 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 Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad, ishmianu el meyuchad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad, l'shem tiferet v'litila. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'necha, ki mekor ha'beracha, merosh mikedem nesucha, sof ma'aseh b'machshavat techila. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Hidoreri, doreri, ki va'orech kumi ori, uri, uri, shir daberi, kevod Adonai alayich nigla. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Please join in any way you want. Boi v'shalom ateret bala, kam v'simcha u'v'tzohala, toch emunei am segula. Boi chala, lecha dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Yitgadal v'yitgadash meraba, v'yalamad yivrach l'utem v'yamlich v'chutei, v'chayechon v'mechon v'chayrecho beit Yisrael. Bagala, bagala, uvizman kariv yimeru, amen. Yehi shemei Rabba mevorach, la'olam le'almei almaya yifarach. Yiparach, v'yishtabach, v'yipar, v'yitromam, v'yitadar. Sorry. V'yitnaseh, v'yitadar, v'yitaleh, v'yitalal, shemei kudesha. Richu le'ela min kol barchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, damiran bi'alma v'imeru. Amen.
La We join together. You mix the watercolors of the evening, like my son swishing his brush until the waters are black with paint. The sky is streaked and dimming. The sun wheels over the horizon like a glowing penny falling into its slot. Day is spent, and in its place, the changing moon, the spatterdash of stars across the sky's expanse. Soothe my fear of life without enough light. Rock me to sleep in the deepening dark. Living and enduring God, you will reign over us always. Baruch atah Adonai, hama'ariv arabim. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on evening.
אהבת עולם בית ישראל, עמך אהבת. תורה ומצוות, חוקים ומשפטים, אותנו לימדת. על כן אדוני אלוהינו, בשוכבנו ובקומנו, נשיח בחוקיך, ונשמח בדברי תורתך, ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד. כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו, ואורך ימינו, ובהם נגע יומם ולילה, יומם ולילה. ואהבתך תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל.
Let's try a different key.
When we think about the Shema is a prayer that's surrounded by love. We think that prayer is human beings talking to God, and the Torah is God talking to human beings. We say, Ahavat Olam, that there's an eternal love, and God responds, and you shall love. We embrace the Shema, surrounded by love.
Maybe we could go in the other direction. Go back to, there we go. And you shall love Adonai, your God, with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. And all these words which I command you on this day shall be in your heart, shall be in your heart. And you shall teach them diligently unto your children, and you shall speak of them when you're sitting in your house, when you're walking by the way,
Mi chamocha, who is like you? And this is a new version that we thought were so appropriate for tonight because it's inviting. We always invite you to sing along, but there is a back and forth, just like love has a back and forth, and there's an inviting and there's an accepting, and we open ourselves to you and hope you open yourselves to us, to all of everybody who's on, to all of Shabbat, and to the divine. It goes like this. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Join me. Mi chamocha bo'elim Adonai, mi kamocha Nedar b'kodesh. Join me. Nora tehilot. Just echo. Oseh eleh. Nora tehilot. Oseh eleh. Malachutecha Ra'ovanecha Bokeh Hayam Lifnei Moshe u'Miriam. Here we go. Zeheli Anu Ve'anu Ve'amru Adonai Imloch Leolam Va'ed Ya Elai Ya Elai La La Ya Elai La 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 Ya Elai Ya Elai La La Ya Elai La 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 La. ונאמר כיפת אדוני את יעקב וגואלו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל.
Amen. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Ashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu. Ashkivenu, Le'shalom. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Ashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu. Ashkivenu, Le'shalom. Baruch atah Adonai, haporesu kat shalom aleinu, ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim. Phineas, we now turn to you to help lead us in Vishamru to celebrate Shabbat.
Okay.
Good.
Shall I start? ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורתם בברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורתם בברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורתם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני, עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורתם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורתם ברית עולם.
Thank you. You gave us a little taste of what more we can look forward to tomorrow. And Mazal Tov on the Shabbat of your bar mitzvah. Please rise if you are comfortable doing so for the beginning of the Amidah. Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor, Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim v'Konei Hakol, V'Zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם למען שמו באהבה. מלך חוזר מושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, מוריר הטל, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומידו מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה לחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש. Please have a seat.
God of old, thank you for the week that has passed. Thank you for this Shabbat. Bless those around me with your love and your light. Let your light shine on me as well. Help me to live a life of kindness and service, guided by Torah and mitzvot. Let me see others through your eyes, with compassion and understanding. Let me see myself through your eyes with forgiveness and grace. May your goodness rain down upon us from this Sabbath until the next, and all the days of our lives. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh ha-Shabbat. Be gracious, Adonai, our God, to your people, and receive our prayers with love. And may our worship always be acceptable to you. Fill us with the knowledge that you are near to all who seek you in truth. Our eyes behold your presence in our midst. Baruch atah Adonai hamachazir shechinato l'tzion.
ועל ניסך שבכל יום, ערב הבוקר וצהריים. Join me. מעולם קיווינו לך, מעולם קיווינו לך. הטוב כי לא כלו רחמך, והמרחים כי לא תמו חסדיך. Everyone. מעולם קיווינו לך, מעולם קיווינו לך. ברוך אתה אדוני, הטוב שמך, ולך נאה להודות. We now offer silently the prayers that may be within our hearts but may not have been on the screen.
Shalom Rava Yisrael Amcha Tatzim Leolam. 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 Tatzim Leolam. Tatzim Leolam. Baruch atah Adonai, hamvarech et amo Yisrael, Shalom.
And with the words of the Mishaberach, we hold near to us in our prayers all those in need of healing of any sort. Healing of body, healing of mind, healing of spirit. Please feel free to share in the chat those names that you may want us all to keep in mind, or just keep them close in your hearts as we sing. Mi sheberach Avotenu Mikor habracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength, oh bless the ones before us. Help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Yisheberach imotenu mikor habracha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. So let's start with a little trivia this evening. I'll give you the word in Hebrew or Yiddish in honor of Tu B'Av, the 15th of Av, our equivalent of Valentine's Day. Get your fingers ready to type into the chat. And here we go. The first one, Ketubah. That should be pretty easy. Let me make sure my chat is active. Don't see anyone with the answer yet, but yes, a wedding contract. The next one, the Kala. The Kala. Perfect. And the Shadchan. The Shadchan. Oh, no, the groom is the Chatan. We're looking for a Shadchan. That the person who holds the baby at the bris is not the Shadchan. And the Shadchan, think Fiddler on the Roof, matchmaker, matchmaker. Let's try an easier one. The Chazan. The Chazan is the cantor, yes. A very hard one, the Badchan, the Badchan. The Badchan is the jester who makes the bride and groom happy. And the Machatonim, those are the in-laws. So Tu B'Av was a joyous holiday in the times of the temple. It marked the beginning of the grape harvest. And in the early Common Era, those who were not married would dress in white and would go and dance in the vineyards. The Talmud says that there were no happier days than the time of Tu B'Av. And at the beginning of the service, we sang Dodi Li, the words, my beloved is mine and I am his, the shepherd grazing his flock among the lilies. Who is this rising above the desert? Who is she rising up? Perfumed with myrrh and frankincense. Myrrh and frankincense. There are 39 books in the Torah. The Song of Songs doesn't mention God, and there is a debate among the rabbis. Should Song of Songs be in or not? Rabbi Akiva settled the debate, the great mystic. He said, all the books of the Torah are holy, but Song of Songs is the most holy. Why? Because it represented the romance between God and the people of Israel. couple of love poems, see if you can figure out where they might come from. What is sweetest in love is her tempestuousness. To lose one's way in her is to touch her close at hand, to die of hunger for her. Is to feed and taste. Wordlessness is her most beautiful utterance. And now this one. Oh, beloved, be like that to me. The flames that dance with love. Oh, beloved, be like that to me. The burning heat within the fire. Oh, beloved, be like that to me. The night is dark, the lovers awake. Don't bother them with thoughts of sleep. Oh, beloved, be like that to me. God has become everything. God has graced this poet with kindness. Everything I touch and see becomes the fire of love. Oh, beloved, be like that to me. So the first poem comes from the 13th century. A Catholic mystic by the name of Hadvish of Belgium represents the love of a Catholic nun. The second, and that's a love for God. The second is from the Sufi poet Rumi from the 13th century. So the mystics, they were people who lived in nature. They lived slowly and with appreciation, the beauty of forests, rivers, mountains, and valleys, the wonder in each person. In our lives, we don't need to think of God as a super being beyond us, but as being open to wonder and awe. We started the service with Yidid Nefesh, a poem from the 16th century, again, about love, written in Sfat. Majestic, beautiful radiance of the universe, my soul longing for your love. Please, O God, heal her now by showing her the pleasures of your radiance. Who knew this much love was in Judaism? So this week we're reading Akev in Deuteronomy, and it's a mixture of love and guilt. Moses reminds the people that God saved them from Egypt, is bringing them to a good land, but also reminds them of their sins. You made the golden calf while it was at Mount Sinai, but concludes with love. And now, O God, what does the eternal, your God, demand of you? Only to revere the eternal, to walk in God's paths, to love God and serve the eternal. The Sfat Emet, a Hasidic rabbi from the 19th century, said, how can you command love? And responded, what a person should do is behave as if they have the emotion of love. Rather, it appears that deep within every person, there is embedded a love for God. One must bring this emotion out into the open. What an idea. Embedded in every person is love. So we go on. Love the eternal commands not belief, but behavior. Midrash HaGadol says, act in such a way to make God beloved in the eyes of people you know. And the Talmud offered the idea that to walk in the ways of God is to do acts of loving kindness. As God clothed Adam and Eve, so do we clothe people. As God visited Abraham when Abraham was ill, so do we. And as God comforted Isaac when Sarah died, so do we. So to me, this amazing spirit of love, it all comes together in the finale of one of my favorite plays, Les Mis. In many ways, it's a play about love. We have Javert who must follow the law. We have the master of the thieves, and in the middle, Jean Valjean, who finds that middle path. He represents compassion and self-sacrifice. Imprisoned for stealing a loaf of bread, he is released but steals from a priest. But the priest protects him from the police. And with this kindness, he's called to do good. He rescues the orphan Cosette. He lives in seclusion, and Cosette grows up, still protecting her. When she falls in love with Marius, and Marius is involved in the revolt, Jean Valjean saves him. At the very end of the play, the women who have passed, who were symbols of love, Fantine, Cosette's mother, and Eponine, who saved the family. In these last lines, Jean Valjean's sacrifice, the sacrifice of love, we hear these words, Valjean, now you are here again beside me. Now I can die in peace, for now my life is blessed. And Cosette says, Cosette replies, you will live, Papa. You're going to live. It's too soon to ever say goodbye. And Valjean, yes, Cosette, forbid me now to die. I'll obey, I will try. On this page, I write my last confession. Read it well. When I am at last sleeping, it's a story of those who always loved you. Your mother gave her life for you and gave you to my keeping.
Come with me where chains will never bind you. All your grief at last behind you. Lord in heaven, look down on him in mercy.
Forgive me all my trespasses and take me to your glory. And Fontaine concludes,
Take my hand and lead me to salvation. Take my love, for love is everlasting. And remember the truth that once was spoken. To love another person is to see the face of God.
to love another person is to see the face of God. Love pervades Torah and Jewish tradition. It's not an ethereal experience that draws us out of ourselves and the world. It's about connection with people in our lives. Leviticus says, love your neighbor as yourself. But the verse concludes, I, the Eternal, am your God. We care for people in need. Visit those who are sick, bring comfort to mourners. Celebrate with bride and groom, give tzedakah, stand for justice. When we love another person, we see the face of God. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Rabbi Crystal, do you want to give the announcements or?
Oh, certainly. I've got them right in front of me.
Great.
Our musical program is supported by a generous grant by Edgar Snyder. Torah study on Zoom on Saturday begins at 8:30, and formal Shabbat services begin at 9:15, and the bar mitzvah of Phineas Hammer and Shabbat services at 10:30. Judaism in the 21st century. Our first guests are Rabbi Esther Letterman and Rabbi Jen Gubitz. Watch my video for more information. And we have Torah study coming up this week on Wednesday at noon. Cook along with Barbara Allen is Wednesday at 6:30. And again, we have services this coming week on Friday. And remember our Torah Project special cooking class for Milan, Italy on August 30th and Nefesh Mountain on the 22nd. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom. Please rise if you are able for Aleinu. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשינו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד. Please be seated. Rabbi?
We recall those who have passed away in the last 30 days. Debbie Minden, Norman Amper, and Ben Lofsky. Recall the yard sites of Nancy Alter, Gloria Berkowitz, Sarah Berman, Sandra Blackson, Rose Bodick, Bernice Benner, Anna Brodsky, Pete Buncher, David Davidson, Joseph Elkins, Rita Entrikin, Stephen G. Feinstone, William Fishback, Rose Barenfield Fishbein, Harry Friedman, Esther Perlman Giffitz, Linda Goldberg, Max M. Greenberg, John R. Hanlon Sr., David Kalk, Joseph Kosis, Myron Samuel Landis, Aileen Love, Libby Mann, Eleanor Mole, Ruth Mulfelder, Sophie Newman, Stephen Postnick, Charles Ritzenstein, Ray Rosenthal, Ben Zablowski, Marcus Safer, Betty Schulmeister, Ruth Schwartz, Randy Susan Silverman, Alvin Silverstein, Samuel Pat Solomon, Amalia Steinbeck, Marvin Tanzer, Yetta Widener, Meta Weinstein, Sam Weitz, Anna Wexler, Ruth S. Wexler, Rose Zager, and Harry Zerlstein. Remember all of those with no one to remember them. Those who have lost their lives to violence in the world, to disaster, in the defense of freedom, and those who have lost their lives during the COVID-19 pandemic. In remembrance and an affirmation, we say the words of the Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei rabbah, v'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayachon v'yamechon, v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael b'agala u'bizman kari v'yamru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevarach le'alam omei omaya. Yitbarak v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shmei d'gudusha b'richu. Leila min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechmata, amiram b'alma v'yamru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yamru amen. Oseh shalom b'romav, u'yaseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yamru amen. May the one who causes peace in the high heavens send peace to all of us, and we say, amen.
These words, Ele Chamda Libi, they mean God is my desire, or as it says at the bottom of the screen, these are the desires of my heart. Have mercy and do not turn away from us. So in the Shabbat, when we think so much of matters of the heart, we can join in this melody by Noah Aronson that will leave us maybe with our hearts pounding as we enter Shabbat. Elechem dalibi, Elechem dalibi, Elechem dalibi, Lechamda libi. Again. Lechamda libi. 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 Husana ve'ana titalem. Husana ve'ana titalem. You can do it on la la la. Husana ve'ana titalem. Husana ve'ana titalem. Lechamda libi. Lechamda libi. Lechamda libi. Lechamda libi. One more time. Lechamda libi. Lechamda libi. Lechamda libi. Lechamda libi. A little more. Lechamda libi. Lechamda libi. Lechamda libi. Lechamda libi. Lechamda libi. Lechamda libi. And with these sounds and this rhythm, we hope that you enjoy a Shabbat Shalom. Rabbi.
Blessed are you as you come into and create our sacred space, and blessed are you as you go on your way and bring that sacred space to wherever you go. And as you go on your way, I hope that you see through the masks that everyone is wearing in order to see the face of God in all of us. As together we say,
Amen.
Together we say, Amen.
Amen.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat